a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Hello, welcome to I Wani Huggy That Gator. We're going for the final ending of I Wani Hug. So we need to go from... We may not be there yet. Alright, yeah, that's not it. Alright, I really wish they marked these a bit better. I'll be back when I figure this out. Alrighty, we've gotten there. So we are going for the fourth and final ending of the game. Alright, so I'm going to hate myself for thinking this, but she still hasn't told me why she did it. I don't want to push the issue too hard, but if not now, then when? I just want to know why go through all the trouble. What were you trying to accomplish? I immediately regret my words. The pained grimace on her face drives home the mistake she made. Even if I'm in the right to ask, I feel like the villain for pressing her, but out of respect for Olivia's feelings, I stand steady, because to back down would be to denigrate her like all those people in her past had done. I wanted to see what people thought of my artwork without knowing what I was. Sorry. I wanted to see what people thought of my artwork without knowing that I was the one who made it. Why would you want that? Isn't it obvious? It's always the same thing. Her voice takes a deep pitch. Oh wow, you're so talented in spite of your condition. This time it's a higher shrill tone. Amazing, it's like you aren't disabled at all. Her voice returns, this time weighed down with contempt. For all their kind words, it's always came back to those empty platitudes. It never felt like they cared about me or my interests. It was always just blind praise because I'm doomed to never measure up to the same level of expectations. The worst of it came when I found out I couldn't even fail on my own. The sound of her talons tearing more paper on the floor enhancing her heated words. Even when I intentionally did something wrong, someone's always there to pick up after me, to assure me it's good in certain lights. She rips off more of the pages with every sentence. Those are just old sketches from through the year. Nobody else has to live with that paranoia. That every positive word spoken and action taken to help you out is just someone acting out of obligation or insecurity. It got so bad at one point I was almost being forced to accept these freaks' accommodations. I just ended up. She drops what little remains of the pages unceremoniously, cutting everyone out. I'm never going to come out on top, and I'm never going to be allowed to fail. Nobody's allowed to feel anything but pity for me when they meet me, and guilt when they even consider not to just give me a free pass. Nobody has any agency. That's just how things go. The bell rings from the distance, signaling the end of lunch. Within my mind, I can vividly imagine the sounds of our classmates' grumbling complaints as they shuffle to class. Instead, I choose to listen to the rain, how the soft pitter-patter of the droplets land atop my umbrella before slipping gently to the ground around us. Internalizing the sound alongside the dimmer ambience and overall wetness has turned the tiny park I'm accustomed to into a near-alien locale. I wonder to myself if this is why Olivia came out here. In a small way, all of her work seems to revolve around average places, but altered with unnatural and beautiful overlays. Creating from a familiar and yet adding in the fantastical. I look over to Olivia, who also seems to be lost in thought. That does sound pretty tough. You gonna be alright? No, honestly, that's only the start, but I don't want to. No, you want to know, right? I want to tell someone, anyone. Right now, it's just Latican, and I'm sure he's sick of it. Alright. This crap even affects my family. You say that like you don't think they are? They aren't, though. I can't change that. She sighs. You're right. I should be a bit more grateful to them, but at the same time, it's like I know all too well I could just hang out at the Pains for as long as I need to after graduation. They're just too nice to not, and the arrangement with my actual father could probably last indefinitely. I could just detach from society and leech off everyone around me forever, and it'll still just be pity and guilt. But you saw them at the pool party. They love you. I know, and I hate it. I want to love them back, but I just can't. Not now. I've already wasted so much. Who am I to suddenly turn around in my last year? I want to just get out of their hair, not waste their time anymore. Otherwise, I'll be the one hurting them, wasting all their patience and kindness for years like I already have, and I'd never be in the wrong. Who the fuck wants a free ride through life like that? And that's all I have waiting for me realistically. Damn it, why am I telling you all this? Olivia clutches her throat. Her voice has gotten strained and weak. It hurts to speak at all, but she's just been letting it all out. Hell, what am I doing just watching? I'm such an idiot. I rummage through the inside of my backpack again until... here it is. Pulling out a water bottle, I offer it to her. She eyes it on the ground indifferently, then goes to drink it. The whole bottle is finished in one go, and she drops it in the growing pile of trash. Thanks. I give a silent nod. She looks off into the distance again, picking up her train of thought. That's why I had to do it. I had to know if I really was good at something for once. Really genuinely good. No false praise, no parasocial relations where I'm verbally felted so everyone else can feel better for it. I had to know my art was real. That I could be something for real. That I have a real way out. Latican assures me all the time it's good enough. Fuck, why didn't I listen to him? He probably knows everything by now anyways, he usually does. Honestly, taking all this in at once is a challenge to digest, to say the least. You said you expected to get caught? Yeah, I said I wanted to be. I wasn't even sure other people would see it, if you caught it fast enough and switched it back thinking it was a bug. Then you started getting all the praise out of nowhere. Yeah, I did. Seems a bit sad in retrospect. Yeah, around then it really settled in just how badly I messed up. I tried to get you to notice it by showing me the submission yourself. Then you'd just go to the office and get it changed. Nobody would get hurt, end of story. But of course you still had your own saved. You're always just so prepared for anything. She gestures to the crushed water bottle. The weeks go by, you got more praise, I got more nervous. Then today, and Olivia's hand finally fell into her lap, limp and spent. Here we are. It's my turn to say something, I guess. I just don't know how to process all this. It's not like friendship comes with instructions. My own thoughts are muddled, pushing me to find some way to comfort the girl before me. And yet, to comfort her would be to demean her like people have done in the past. It's so confusing and frustrating, and pity mixed haphazardly in my stomach. It's nauseating. Pity for the girl before me that has wronged me, but not out of real malice. Frustration at myself because Olivia's right, having unveiled an uglier side of me I wasn't aware of. My thoughts land on what Olivia said earlier in the conversation. You're going to tell Principal Scalar? Olivia flinches a bit. The principal? Why? About what you did. You said you expected to get caught. We can't tell them officially anything but that. Olivia shifts uncomfortably in her spot. Why not? If they found out, it's all over. Isn't that a bit extreme? Honestly, it'll be the end of you two. It's my turn to flinch. Olivia's getting worked up again. New fear starts spiking through her eyes. I don't need to ask. Olivia answers anyway. You didn't talk about it until now, after it's nearly guaranteed to win. With the stakes, it looked like you were complicit. Or worse, like it was your idea. You'd be a fraud. There's that word again. Fraud. No. That word all over my record in senior year. When I'm about to have to find a career, fraud. But even so, isn't this the right thing to do? I can handle it. Don't worry about me. Please, Inko, no. There's more. I told you I'm not eligible to even enter. I already won before. I got the notoriety and money. The winning piece is featured on the cover of Volcadra Monthly and even gets an article. That's more than a scholarship. It's a foot in the door. They can't do anything about the money. It's long gone. But if everyone knows what I did, and it gets to those magazines, she clutches the sleeve of her hoodie and stares at me dead in the eyes. I need to graduate. I fucking hate it, but I need it. That's my only way out. My only way to actually go somewhere. You're putting all your eggs into that one basket? There's no other baskets. I just can't risk it. I know I just got carried on about why does anybody let me fail, but this, it's serious. They can't know. Please, Inko. I can't lose everything over this mistake. I just can't. I can't. Fraud. God, not that. But isn't it? Olivia grabs the sides of my jacket and yanks herself close. The motion tips the umbrella over its side a few feet away in the breeze. It makes her almost lose her balance and fall over onto me. Her breathing is erratic. Inko, listen to me. Please, I can't lose this. I can't be doomed to be nothing. This is all I have. You can't go to someone about this. I'm begging you. She's tugging me towards the ground, closer to her. My jacket's starting to tear. I can feel her anxiety by how her hands are quivering with fear as they grip tightly at my coat. It's my fault, okay, not yours. You don't need to make it your problem. Please. Okay, nobody else has to know. It'll have to be our little secret. Olivia exhales and lets go. All at once, she slumps down. I have to hold out my arm to stop myself from falling too. Olivia ends up slumped over my lap sideways. Hey, you okay? No, I'm really not. The Gator girl tries to push herself up from my lap. Her attempt only ends up with her twisting on my legs and turning her face and chest upwards. She must be really exhausted, even as her attempts to blow her wet hair from her face is unsuccessful. God damn it, is this what it's all come to? I got away with it too. Fuck, I'm just like Ben. You have the energy to get up? Not yet. Olivia? What's wrong with Ben? How are you like him? She exhales hard. Ben. It's all his fault. All of it. If not for him, I wouldn't be this thing. Some worthless heap unable to do anything with nothing and nobody. None of this would have happened. Wait, what the fuck? Sounds like something I shouldn't be prying into. You don't need to tell me. Yeah, I don't. But I did this to you. I should be honest. Can you get off my legs first? I'm starting to lose feeling. You too? Heh. Fine. Can you help me up at least? I take Olivia's shoulder and help her back into her sitting position by me. She leans back against my shoulder. Sorry, been a long day. I guess it's fine for now. Where do I even start? That Ben. I don't even remember how we became friends, but we definitely hung out a lot in my last year of middle school. Throat wants to die. He didn't care that I was in a chair, didn't treat me any different. Okay, I thought he was gonna be the one that put you in the chair. He was cool. What's the issue then? Olivia bops my chin with her skull. Let me finish. He was cool. But in freshman year, back then, Ben was the only in the student council as a secretary. I was looking forward to that yearly art show. Worked all summer for the perfect piece, Dreamscape. Disdain was heavy in her tone as she said its name. Yeah, it won. It wasn't supposed to. Once again, her eyes were teary, though with rage this time. My mouth clicked shut as she glared at me. Her eyes closed and her tone was once again sorrowful. Ben started advertising himself as my friend, like it was some part of his own personality. The sigh that escaped her carries years of her repressed anger. Even his friends started doing it too, like being around me was an act of charity that made them better. He eventually told me straight up, I'll give him that. Holy fuck. God, I thought I didn't hate Ben enough. There you go. Her voice shifted again, but this time, instead of a voice to lampoon someone, it was in an eerily facsimile to Ben. I'm universally down on my luck. Not even a week later, people started walking up to give me praise to my submission. It was the first time in a while I'd gotten a compliment for my work. I thought my submission was going to win. It was exciting. Until Damien showed me an article in the school newspaper written by a certain student council secretary. Sorry, wrong voice. I thought she was still doing him. Until Damien showed me an article in the school newsletter written by a certain student council secretary. Half of it was basic crap about the art submissions. The other half was about me. Ben had written the longest segment about the talented poor girl in the wheelchair and practically worshipped me for my determination. Surprise, surprise, it wins by a landslide. Even when my piece won, all I could remember was that feeling of just being handed a victory as charity. My whole summer, all that effort just overshadowed, and for what? A safety net I didn't even earn? He really thought I was going to thank him. That's the worst part, honestly. As if I would, using me as a stepping stone to climb a social ladder. I couldn't take it anymore. I told him to get out of my life, and he just gave me this look. I'll never forget it. Genuine confusion, like I was an alien for being upset. But what he said, "This is your only chance of succeeding out there." I wanted to give up. But then, the money, the exposure, his fucking safety net, I just took it. He was right. He was right, and I hate it. I really, really, really fucking hate it. So that's what's between Ben and Olivia. I figured it was something, but sheesh. After that, I just couldn't. I shut everything out, everyone out. Everyone was fake, everyone didn't want to know me, just what I existed as, even my own family. Hell, it's all his fault, all of it. Well, what? That's it, that's the truth. I just wanted to graduate and get away from here, from him. He ruined my life. Because of him, I'm not Olivia. I'm Olivia the poor, sad cripple. That title is forever fixed to my name. Come on, that's not true. You're right, it's not. You're Olivia. No, that's also not it. I'm not Olivia. I'm God's fucking funniest joke. Join the fucking club, bitch. I nudged the umbrella back over to us. It goes back into the spot, popping up between us, recreating a canopy, shielding us from the elements. Olivia looks back at me, gauging a reaction. That was the sort of speech given by someone that's had years to think about it and hold it in. And it was one she's been waiting to give to anyone willing to listen, if she just trusts them. All of her pent-up angst against the guy that ruined her life, released at the moment she just couldn't take it anymore. And it can't get much worse than this for her, if she trusts me. What she needs to hear right now is, you can still take back the reins of your life and your own mistake. I take my sunglasses off and leap forward, placing a hand on her shoulder. She takes a moment to register the new sight and looks right at me, anticipating whatever I'm about to say. You're not a joke, Olivia. I appreciate you trying and all, but it doesn't matter. The damage has been done. All that shit is what made me into a nihilist. What, not Rick and Morty? I really shouldn't be ruining this moment for you guys. I wouldn't say you're a nihilist, Olivia. Plus, I don't think that's what the word means. You're still enjoying some things. Got a better word? Smack the shit out of people? Smarmy asshole? Well, there you go. That's beside the point. Ben did something horrible. But he didn't take your agency. Are you saying that I ruined my own life? Is that it? Annoyance bubbles up within me as she argues back. She wanted to get caught in the act. Yet Olivia looks at me as if I just spat in her face. Just what the hell are you getting at, Ingo? What am I getting at? The fact that you can't keep using Ben's shitty choice as a crutch. Her breath catches. You need to take responsibility for your own life, who you are and what you want to be. My words catch Olivia off guard, and they kept coming, unbidden now. You say that you're a nihilist, yet you draw these amazing pieces that reflect these realistic fantasy worlds. And you say that no one wants to know you for you, but you know you have the pains, Latican, Liz, me. Can you really blame any of that on Ben? Even the art contest? Ben didn't yank some evil string of fate and make you swap out the submission. You made yourself do that. I know it's hard, I have trouble with this too, but please, for all of us, take responsibility for your feelings, Olivia. Oh shit. Damn it, mouth. My tirade has left Olivia staring at me, mouth hung open, aghast at what I had said. I hiss in realization as I tried to backtrack. Sorry, fuck you. Like I was taking medicine while that happened. Stopping completely, Olivia's head rises from my shoulder and she glares at me. Her eyes are heartbroken. They're enraged. They're looking for something to lash out at. But they're trusting. Fuck you for being right. I know all that, damn it, and you're the second to say it. Her eyes water and her head returns to my shoulder. Damn it all, and go. I'm stunned as she presses further against me, even using her arms to tuck her legs closer. You and Latican had. Fine. You're right, but how do I start? I have no idea what I should do. Her voice sounds so weak, but there's a conviction hidden within it. It'd be real fucking nice to say that before I have to say the lines. Honestly, she should have just mauled me for what I said. It's what she wants. I can do this. Well, What do you think is wrong right now? You'll have to be more specific. Alright. What about Damien and his family? She hums in thought. And then there's Liz, too. All of them would probably like to hear your thoughts. Yeah. What would I say, though? Whatever you're feeling? Hell, just being more open in general would be something. I can feel her frowning, but also a nod against my shoulder. Fine, what else? Mr. Latican? She scoffs. He probably already knows. What are you thinking? Yeah, he reads me like a book. But he'd probably like to hear you say it. Yeah, he would. And me too. You got your turn. You've told me just now, but I'd like to hear more about you. You're my friend. Alright. Starting now. I can feel her rumbling growl before she sighs. I'm sorry, Inko. For all the shit I put you through since you got here. For being a really shitty friend. For you having to put up with me. I chose to be your friend, Olivia, so don't apologize for that. Olivia looks up at me through the corner of her eye. Ben can't take your agency, and you can't take mine. I'm choosing this. You're silly. And there goes my phone. Her words were strained and not from lack of water. The regret in her voice was raw, along with the honesty. Thanks. And I forgive you. And once again, silence. I fumble for my glasses, debating whether I should bother with them, given the rain. Might as well, I guess. They are prescription after all. We just lay back, listening to the patter of the rain against our little tent. Just her and I, secluded from the world that has done so much to crush her. Man, she's really leaning against me. I crane my neck so I can turn and look at her. She looks so at peace now, even with the smeared mascara and wet hair. I'm starting to lose feeling in my arm though, and watching her like this is...
Stop.
Was that a snore? I guess she would be pretty tired. It's been a long day for both of us, even if it's only fourth period. Did I do alright? Things turned out pretty okay, but I'm anxious. The best I can do is be here for her. In this case, it's letting her have my shoulder for a bit, pressed up against me. My eyes slide closed, and I try to lose myself in the pitter-patter of the rainfall. Oh my God. Olivia jerks herself up and starts coughing into her fist. Fuck, how long? About 5 minutes, probably. Jeez, sorry. You know, I remember when you got onto me for just sitting near you back at the party. Shut up. Looks like you're improving a bit. Olivia bunks the umbrella, making it splash a bit onto me. Hey! Anyway. Olivia stretches her arms. Things go quiet again. Olivia finally breaks the silence. I know you say you forgive me and all, but I still feel like shit for putting you through all this. Now everyone's going to expect you to be skilled at painting. They'll call you a fraud. Oh yeah, I was trying not to think about that. Damn it, it's all my fault. Olivia rests her arms over her knees, and I'm surprised she manages to bury her long snout in them. An idea hits me. What if you taught me for real? Olivia raised her head from her arms. Taught you? Painting, for real. It's like you say, I have expectations to fulfill. Would you teach me how to paint like you do? I don't know. Tell you what, I'll forgive you if you teach me. You already said that. Olivia looks down in contemplation. Alright, I'll teach you how to paint. But you should know I'm a lousy teacher. You've seen my work in class, I'm a lousy student. I get the feeling it'd work out. Hey, don't make it weird. Yes, Professor Halford. Stop making it weird. I chuckle as I playfully shove by her. After that, after everything was said and done, things become quiet. Beneath the solace of my umbrella, we relax together. At least until Olivia begins shifting uncomfortably. I sit and watch as she takes her calves and shifts them as she sigh with one hand. Her tail comes around and presses into the paper-filled floor before keeping her upright as she starts to lean forward. Finally, the strength of her tail and one arm, Olivia lifts her hips from the floor and swings her shins fully beneath her. She smiles and kneels over to me. You're just going to sit there? Crap. I guess I was gawking stupidly. But it's just so fascinating, seeing the girl maneuver herself in these odd, yet well-practiced ways. I'm kind of jealous, actually. Wish I had a tail to do some of the things she could. I press my hands down on the floor and push myself up. I don't know why I thought to stand, but instead I shift myself to a kneeling position too. We're face to face now. For a split second I feared the worst as Olivia drew me into a hug. I don't know what she would do, but I like this. For how strong her arms are, how they're wrapped around my chest feels exceptionally tender. My own arm has enveloped her, returning the embrace in a similar soft way. And as her arms loosen, I draw back, though I don't want to take my hands off her. That was nice. Don't make it weird. Sorry about that. Through the sound of the rainfall hitting the umbrella, my ears suddenly pick up the noise of what sounds like squeaking. I look down to see that something is shuffling in Olivia's pocket. I think this is all the same. Let's find out. Okay, yep, that's all the same. So that's where we're going to end it, guys. So I'll see you next time for more I Wani Hung a Gator. I wanted to go longer, but I do need to go somewhere. So have a fantastic day, everybody. And don't forget to please check out my Subscribe Star Patreon, my shop, and my other channel, Simply Pure. Bye, guys!